Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Robert T. Green, the CEO of PrePostgame, also known as a pleasure to educate and empower, protect the athlete, the family's best interests alone. I'm doing this live today, this Friday, May the 7th, pertaining to a couple bills being passed regarding name, image, and likeness under the basically mantra of what the NCAA would like to see. Specifically, this message is for states such as Georgia. Brian Kemp, the governor, who passed the bill basically stating that the state of Georgia wants to require 75% of the name, image, and likeness of the athletes that generate the billions and the millions for their state and the institutions in their athletics. At the same time, want to charge the kid 75% of something that was given to him by his mother and his father. Trust the facts, not the process. What I want Brian Kemp to know in the state of Iowa and the state of Texas to know pertaining to his name, image, and likeness, as I tell you guys all the time, that stuff started here. And as you see in this video that you're watching now, in different areas in that scenario, regarding like even making announcements of what school you want to go to, using your own platform to be able to get those things done. This is what we do here over at PrePostgate.com. We have professional development, character development, business development, also transition succession planning. We know how to build brands. We know how to sustain brands. So for those people that's putting out these bills pertaining to what they're going to do and what they're requesting, Brian Kemp in the state of Georgia have no idea to even do what we're doing right now in order to basically bring revenue to the actual value of the actual student athlete that they're basically saying they want to charge 75%. Trust the facts, not the process. And so for these same exact schools with the voting rights that literally, like I said before, Iowa, Texas, who was fighting about the odds of Texas, is one thing that I want to share with the parents and the athletes and pertaining to those states, that the same schools, the same coaches seem to be quiet regarding what goes into the most important things and the minorities that literally generate billions of dollars for their economy. Take your talents elsewhere. As a CEO of PrePostgame, I've seen firsthand how a lot of these coaches will basically ignore the realities of the student athletes, their lives, their families, and then when there's something that's there that they could actually be benefit from based on what they do, these schools, universities, these coaches are quiet when the governor says, hey, not your mom, not your dad, not your aunt, not your grandmother, but I, the governor, who means nothing to you, should generate 75% of what you do off of your body. And again, in terms of business, you get 0% of those athletes to take their talents elsewhere. Trust the facts, not the process. So when you talk about name, image, and likeness again and how this actually works, there's so many different things that have not been addressed that we address here at PrePostgame. For one, if that so-called 75% that was basically being taken by the state of Georgia for the athlete's actual body of work, the athlete's not being advised or being set up for one business, meaning like at the end of the day, if they generating revenue, if the school is going to take or the state's going to take 75%, they have to understand stuff like this to build your brand, to build your get your marketing up. It takes money, it costs money. So essentially that leaves you with 25% of the pie. But then you forget one other thing. It's called taxes. So now the government says you can provide service and you can provide labor for them. They're going to tax you 75% off of that, yet at the same time off of your labor only return 25% to you when you still have to actually pay taxes. Now, however, if you basically do certain things with certain brands, certain companies, and they give you something of value, once again, that's some value. So that's income that has to be taxed. So if you're not incorporated as a business, you're not structured, if you don't have an e-commerce website, those are areas to be able to sell your product and your merchandise, how do you expect to basically generate revenue for your name, image, and likeness? Do you believe the university is now going to put money behind you to make sure you maximize your earning potential? As I said to you guys yesterday on our post, pay attention when you get the answers to the test. If guys that are in the National Football League, National Basketball Association literally have agencies who they're paying marketing fees to, however, cannot or not being compensated for their name, image, and likeness as pros that are making 6 and 7 figures, hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars, what makes you think your college coach or your college university is going to put the wherewithal or the actual backing behind you to make sure you get your earning, your proper value to know your worth? Trust the facts, not the process. So once again, you need a lot of guidance, a lot of direction, a lot of infrastructure to actually make this thing work the way it needs to. And we know how to do that at PrePostgame. As I said before, we're the first ones to do it. We're second to none at doing it. And as I said before, when you guys are looking at videos that I put up out here like that, look around. When everybody say they're about to do name, image, and likeness, what they're going to do, look at what we have done. And at the end of the day, we do it with integrity. And we do it understanding that at the end of the day, that this sports, this game, this business is short-lived, but professional development, character development, and knowing your worth is valuable for life. So that's what we're here to provide. We're here to serve, and we hope you guys take into account. And for more information, check us out at PrePostgame.com. PrePostgame.com. Again, I'm the CEO of PrePostgame, Robert T. Green, also known as the Players Rep. You guys are well, be blessed, and have a safe weekend.